Welcome back to World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King, Classic Blind. We're going to be heading out to Outland today. Or technically tomorrow. Still doing the whole dailies daily kind of thing here. We check our currency. We're up to 63 of these Epicurean's rewards. So it's gonna be a few more days of this.
See you
Cheese
later.
for the guy. That's 6 glasses
Safe
of
travels.
cheese. Doable. Any glasses in here? Not in here. Grab. Half full glasses from all around the place. Should be some spawns. I think we can kind of confirm that it's easier to do the cooking daily at this later time. It seems like there's less people in general. That means less people trying to do the same thing. They do respawn at a reasonable speed, all these daily quest items. But still, it's easier than doing it other times. Jewels of the Sewers. Finally got a fishing quest we can do here in Dalaran.
Farewell.
Perfect. We will do that. Because we still need to get fishing up. Just a little bit. Along with bows and crossbows, but... I mean, I think those are the only things we don't have maxed. We've maxed out our languages. I mean, it's only at 300. Everything else is at 400 or 450. Writing's at 300. Whatever. Something like that. Making progress. Making progress. And we will see how far we can get with bows and crossbows before it's no longer one shot per level. One bit at a time, though. One bit at a time. The cheese is over here today. Fantastic. Platter. Good. And over to this area here. Alright. Corpse there. Something. In.
How are ya?
There you go.
Safe travels.
Also get a little bit of money from doing all this. That's something. Could be worse. Could be worse. Also looks like we're getting some reputation with the Kirin Tor. That's something interesting. Just continue cooking quests to finish that reputation. We'll need to continue to be aware of whenever we rank up in any of these. Because there is rewards and such for doing that. As we have seen. As we have seen. A big worm. Wow. We got this corroded jewelry. Should be doable. Some PvP guys down here. Sure. Corroded jewelry. And the sewers. There's definitely fewer fishing quests at work. This one is just jewelry of the sewers. Yep. Let's get on the fishing set. Hat up. And go fishing. See what we all get here. Maybe we can fish very smartly because we still have some of our intellect boosts going on. That's all good. It's definitely slower training than the weapon skills were. Probably even still slower than the range skills. Because it takes so many attempts to even get a level here. We're only at 409. We might need to fish in other locations if we really wanted to train.
Citizens of Dalaran, raise your eyes to the skies and observe.
Can't raise our eyes to the sky.
Today our world's destruction has been averted in defiance of our very makers.
Yay, 410 fishing. And the thing we're looking for.
Algalon, the Observer, Herald of the Titans, has been defeated by our brave comrades in the depths of the Titan city of Ulduar. Algalon was sent here to judge the fate of our world.
Something's happening.
He found a planet whose races had deviated from the Titans' blueprints. A planet where not everything had gone according to plan. Cold logic deemed our world not worth saving. Cold logic, however, does not account for the power of free will. It's up to each of us to prove this is a world worth saving. That our lives are worth living.
Okay. There's something happening. Anyways, we're gonna go turn in the fishing quest. Yay. Yeah, this of any use? Some sewer cart, not really.
Well met. Have a good one. Be careful.
Oh, we got a level.
See you around.
We get to live? Hooray. You're into our reputation. And that's something. Oh wow, that's really something. A ruined storm jewel. Unique equipped storm jewel 1. 23 spell power, matches a red socket. 600 gold. And a blank slate. It's a gray item. That's not worth anything. That's definitely worth something, though. I'll take that. Sewer carp. That's just food. Partially eaten fish. Obviously no. Magic eater. That's just food. Spend 10 seconds eating, you aren't really sure what will happen. Well, let's see what happens. Live the dream. There's all sorts of weird fish doing weird things. We turned into a little dragon. And I'm a dragon. Anyways. Just a dragon. Heading on into here. Hello, innkeeper. I'd like to sell some things. And the dude fish aren't worth too much. Sell that. I don't think a blank slate is worth 500 gold. It seems unlikely. Anyways. I'm just turning around, being all fancy. Alright, sure. Here's that ghost that's always following me around. Okay.
You need
Another cooking quest.
See you later.
It is meatloaf. We need 4 sewer mushrooms and
Have a
2
good one.
meat. Very good. Yep, another day. Here we go. Go grab the 2 meat. We'll see what the fishing quest might be.
How are you?
It's definitely less common that we actually get the fishing quest. That's fine.
See you around.
I'm gonna look to see what's happening with this. I have my doubts on this, obviously. Yeah. We'll worry about that later, though. We will worry about that later.
Well met.
Disarmed.
See you
We can
around.
do that one.
Have a good one.
Perfect. And since we are already here, we can just do the arm quest first here. Well, that'll work. Fishing, equip. Hat power. Oh. Off mount. Hat. So we need to get the severed arm from here. That's the idea, at least. What's up? Two fishing dailies in a row? Actually here in Dalaran? This is not working quite from that angle. There we go. This will work fine. I'm good with that. That's some progress. Kind of, sort of. A little bit of fishing progress, at least. Maybe we can get more weird stuff. That's also a possibility. I love weird stuff. There's a lot of interesting things in the fishing reward boxes. Like this gem. And this. I don't know. Maybe people just have a bunch of money they throw around on random, kind of sort of rare things. Like fishing rewards. There's quite a few things in there. I don't know like the exact rates of anything or anything. Could be anything. There's a regular eel with no arm inside of it. Unfortunate. If we get another big fancy gem from this, that'd be nice too. The fishing quest is definitely more profit driven. Along with obviously getting the fishing levels. At least somewhat. At least somewhat. Definitely slower though. Especially the individual levels. We're rocking another 40 levels we need here. Eventually. Eventually. Presumably. Eventually. Probably. Either way. We can accomplish this at least. And none of these are worth very much. Pretty much anything that's just already a food. Really not too interesting. There's some dodge rating on it. That's something. We got better stuff than that, though. Well-fed buffs and all that. Generally, if it takes more resources and time and stuff, it's going to be a better thing. For the most part. That's typically how things work. You never know. Sometimes the fishing can take a little bit longer. There we go. One arm. And I think it was no fishing levels. That's slightly unfortunate. Oh well. When you get that over to the other side of town, we also need 4 mushrooms. We'll head down here first. Around for mushrooms. There's one. I think it's probably faster. Just constantly jumping on the mount here. As it goes faster. That's for sure. Mushroom here. And there's one up in the tunnel. There you go. And we can also put on the DPS set again. That works good too. Alright. So we need to make the meatloaf. Apparently does not require any cooking station. Well, that's something. Now it's upstairs. Let's kind of go this way. Should be quick enough. Is it an exit? It's not. Either way. They're both up there. At the first aid and at the curiosities. Well, this pops us up near this side, so that's fine too. Let's head on in here quick. There's a wormhole. It's always a good time. Here, have a severed arm.
Hello.
There's more Kirintor reputation. And a bag of fishing treasures. They really do get the treasure in the fishing treasures. At least sometimes. And then last for here, just around the corner. into up here. Curiosities and more. It's upstairs. Give him his meatloaf. There you go.
I supply only the finest goods for the Alliance.
And another cooking reward. Up to 65 out of 100. And then also probably a few more after that. Just for getting all the recipes. Why not? Why not? Now what is our efficient treasures this time? 9 gold, some water walking potions. These worthless pieces of orange glass are on the auction house for 16,000 gold each. Right. Got some wild offers in there. Pretty hilarious. The rest of these, not really worth anything. Technically the deviant fish are worth something, but don't think we've had very good luck trying to sell those in the past, so not gonna worry about that. And sell these other fish and some partially digested meat. I'm sure this magic guy appreciates the partially digested meat. That's definitely what he's going for. Anyways, just jump off a balcony, as we are wont to do. And now, we head out. Back to Outland. We've got some unfinished business, specifically in the questing area here. We go to Burning Crusade. We got Nagrand, Blade's Edge, Netherstorm, and Shadow Moon Valley. Somehow, we managed to be 4 quests off from the Nagrand achievement, 8 in Blade's Edge, and then we ended our experiences back in TBC when Wrath came out, getting most of the way through Shadow Moon Valley. So this one makes more sense. And then literally like 1 quest done in Netherstorm. So we need to go try to find these quests. We have a few things that will help us on that journey. We check somewhere on the map somewhere here. Tracking low-level quests. There we go. So this will allow us to see low-level quests on the map. So hopefully that's good enough. But if things get too out of control and we can't find it, we've got another option. The fancy, new to me, Questy add-on. Should be able to show where everything is going to be. But not going to use that unless it's completely necessary. Let's head to Shatrath. That'll get us out into the area at least. And then from here, we can move to the first zone. And we can also fly here. Flying in the main city. Who would have thunk? Alright. First up, I'm already seeing a quest from a doll here. Where is your interaction? Trial. Those are the trials. That was for a completely different thing. So let us start by heading out. Nagrand. Over this way. We need to be careful about the upper areas. No, this is the one we can go through. Either way. Out into Nagrand. If everything we've learned from the other questing achievements continues to be true out here, there should be far more than just the 4 quests we're missing. But where they are, that's the question. So we're gonna start flying around, looking for stuff. Generally, if there's any quest markers. I did stuff here with Hemet Nessingwary. Amazing. Well, that was one of the times we did stuff with him. Let's head down to, like the main cities. Be a decent place to check. But you would have thought we would have found the quest there previously, so. It wouldn't make too much sense for them to suddenly have a new one. Or possibly there's like level 80 requirement quests, like up in the Twilight Ridge or something. That might count. Oh, do we want to mine things out here? Just for curiosity's sake, how much is these ores worth? Eh, decent. I can see that being a possibility. If less people, in general, are in the leveling process, there could be fewer of the middle and low tier ores coming into the game. But people still need those if they want to train up without getting all their ores themselves or anything. Over here we've got Sorrow Fortress. This is not really a city at all. This is more of a area. Yeah, spooky purple mist. Always a good time. Let's head to Talar here. This is a mystery. Where are the quests hiding? One possibility would be like a quest chain that requires you to have gotten a random drop from something. Because sometimes it feels like those aren't 100% chance of happening. There's a repeatable PvP quest. That's not it. Nothing over here with the leadership guys. But generally, we seem to come across the quest from an item quest with relative ease. Without actually having to like grind for it or anything. That doesn't seem too likely. There's always the possibility of there just being some guy off in the corner of the map somewhere that needs a quest done. It could happen. These really are like 2 gold each. We need to continue mining things to offset our loss of profit from quests and stuff. Because presumably, we're not going to get as much gold from low-level quests. Doesn't seem too likely, at any rate. I don't think any of the PvP quests would count for anything. Haven't seemed to have been that way before. There is a fight happening. Yeah, I'm thinking our best bet would be like up on the Twilight Ridge. In the high-level sections of the zone, which we may or may not have actually come back to and bothered with before. We'll fly on through. There's landing here. Too much happening here. I think we came over here a little bit earlier. This guy has a symbol on him. Membership benefits. Get some free gems. A gem stuffed envelope. Yeah, we've done this before. Get our free stuff. And then more obsidian war beads. That's a repeatable. Gem stuffed envelope. Got a blood garnet and some moonstones. Yay. Worth it. No actual new quests to speak of. Here are the forge camps. Twilight Ridge. We have this guards remaining. That's for the section over there in the middle. Not too worried about that. We had a whole quest chain on this section. The guy near the river here. I think we finished all of that. There he is. Yes, suffer. Very good. Nothing there. Not yet. It's a work in progress. Yeah, let's head up. Let's head up top here. See if there's anything of interest. There's more down here, though. I mean, we're finding ores, if not anything else. I mean, there's only like possibly 4 quests, which realistically could be just straight up one quest chain somewhere. It's entirely possible. Some Turnium, not bad. Yeah, up here we got some worms. Twilight Ridge. A house. Nothing happening here. Or some adamantite. All the quests are made if you were here, and a chain which starts elsewhere. That's also possible. Also possible. We'll at least check first. Some ores. Let's just sell the ores. There's a level 71 guy here. Not much of a threat at this point. If we need to find a quest leading into a place, that's also difficult. I find plenty of ore though. Pretty good. A profitable venture, at least. This is more of a demon camp here. They're doing a whole big summoning thing here. That's probably fine. We didn't have any quests leading up here. It could be from other locations, is the thing. Not too much noticeable here. Some big old tall mountains. Always a good time. Yeah, if it's a quest leading to the previous place, I would think we would have found it, since we started over here and kind of led this direction. Out these ways. Started over here, led out this direction. And then it also could just be any random guy along the side of the road somewhere. We also did explore all the locations, so it's a possibility that we've just already been through the area. Although we did have a situation out in Icecrown where we ended up having to go back completely unprompted to the northern guys there. Quest. Nothing much here in the destroyed city. Most of the time you're gonna get quests from guys outside, leading you in. Go hang out in the PvP zone. It's probably not gonna get too much accomplished for us. PvP quests are mostly repeatable too. which don't seem to count for the achievements for the most part. We don't have any of the anything we need for these. Must be fine for PvP. No, we don't need to. It's already captured. We get to enjoy a bunch of mining though, so we got that going for us. All decent value too. It's not like super crazy valuable. Also, mostly because this is like the lower level ore for TBC. Overall, it's something. Is this a Horn Town probably? So, casually fly over. There's certain sections where there is anti-air stuff. Oh, we've been spotted by a guard. That's fine. Don't worry about me. We're just going over here to Sky Song Lake. Somebody over at the altar here has anything for us. Again, I don't think they would, since we would have seen it when we were here previously. Yeah. Not looking too promising. So, Talar, outpost there, what's for there? Not too much. What the Arena of Trials is? Wormhole Hill. Very mysterious. Yeah, we didn't really... Besides that one bit where we had to go all the way back to Northern to go to that one camp in Ice Crown, finding enough quests for the achievements was not a problem previously. I don't expect it will be this time either. Yeah, if they're in a different area, which is looking more and more likely here. It's the Ring of Trials. Anything cool happening here? Doesn't really look like it. Got some word NPC arena vendor guys.
Yeah, what do you want?
This costs honor points. Quite a few. Real gladiator stuff. What do I got? 27 pages of things in here. My goodness. That's quite a few. And I don't want to find the arena.
Got the best deals anywhere.
That doesn't seem very necessary. This only has 5 pages of things.
Be good.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do any TBC arena stuff. Okay. So our attempt to find the 4 quests of Nagrand did not go very well. But as expected, since we missed them the first time, kind of makes sense that we would have missed them. So we are going to try this. Reload the UI and see what happens. It's doing data processing. Loading databases, applying database corrections, initializing townfolks, initializing locale, optimizing waypoints, updating NPCs, updating objects, updating quests, and 9 out of 9 is updating items. Questy database update complete. Okay. So if we check a lot of stuff here, it's showing us some things. We don't really need like the mailboxes and meeting stones. That's not too necessary. Seeing available quests, that's fine. When you find shops or anything, that's fine too. We can do that on the map. Anything here? Not really. Over to Shattrath City. There's PvP quests there. It doesn't have a symbol for a doll. Let's zoom out here. If we go to like Shadowmoon Valley, it's showing Flight Masters. There's a PvP quest there. Featherstorm? It's not showing all the quests here. Zoom out. Let's see how does this work exactly. Control Shift, left click, toggle quest C. Oh, my journey, hide minimap, reload. There's also like, that's more add-on options. Add-ons, questy. Yeah, icons, minimap, map. Map icons, scale, tracker, auto track quests, so quest levels. There's a lot of options in here. I'll give you that. Enable icons. That's just this one? Icons? Enable map icons. Sounds. Alright, not seeing much here. Tips. Let's try flying around. If we go back to Shatrath, it picks up on the quests over there. It's tracking these quests. Thanks. Those are the quests that we have here. Don't know how much information it has available. Really depends on how the add-on works exactly. Currently, Shatrath is just showing the PvP quests here. We've managed to end up in the correct city side here. That's fine. Don't know if it's tracking low-level quests. It might be something we need to turn back on. There's some stuff here. So if we check the map here, it's still not on the map. We'll check low-level quests on this section. Questy is not seeming to show it on this map. Just showing that. There's technically banks here too. That's something. I might not have all the information. Let's see if we can find a specific section in here for low-level quests. Enable PvP quests. There's style. Don't need any sounds really. Auto accept quests? No. Show all quests below level range. Low level quests on. There we go. Minimum level offset. No, all quests. Objective icon cluster amount. That might help. So that turned on this one. Trials of Naru Ethereum Raid. Trial of Naru Tenacity available. Enhanced Andrea House Visions available. Oh, that might have helped. Let's zoom back out to Nagrand here. Repeatable PvP quests. Repeatable that quest. Repeatable more war beads. And repeatable PvP quests. So nothing else in the Nagrand section. Doesn't seem. Andrea. Doll. Try the Naru Tenacity. Doesn't say raid. Let's look at what that would be. So which one was raids then? Trial of the Naru. Therion is raid. Let's see what the Trial of the Naru Tenacity is. Just see what this has to say. 4 trials you must pass before you're deemed worthy by the Naru. In our travels, we have encountered many dangerous beings. Some of these beings we incarcerated and placed in what is known as the Alcatraz of Tempest Keep. There's one prisoner, however, that is the victim of circumstance. A stowaway who was in the wrong Nara vessel at the wrong time. Ventured to the Alcatraz and rescued the gnome Milhouse Manastorm. Sure his survival. So that is a dungeon quest. Must be completed on heroic dungeon difficulty. Okay. That's not exactly what we're looking for. We do have some repeatable quests here. These are all like the daily quests, guys. 75 and 60 stuff. Yes, Andrew, this way. Let's see what they have. It's a slightly different color here too, which is interesting. This might be the like the other, yes, the other side. I don't think we do that one. This one is red. I should see what all the different colors mean here. Face questy. We have different minimap, map, tooltips, map. Let's go for map icons. Tooltips, advanced, active development. New place for quest objectives. This might just be like some section where it says all the different what all the different colors mean. We got a lot of different colors now. Alright, nothing really. Alright, so I guess the other question would be, is there any quests in the other zones we have already finished, like Hellfire Peninsula? Imprisoned in the Citadel, Fall of Mectherion. What's gonna be the heroic dungeon difficulty? So if it's a heroic dungeon, that's not exactly what we're looking for. Like, return Mectherion's head to Commander Nath Trollbane. Ours or Hashel also southeast of the den of Hashel Hellfire Peninsula, give it to Inus once he's free. That's different. Bring ores to him. Got some stuff at Honor Hold. 8 Shared Hand Legionnaires. That's in a dungeon. Dungeon quest. Dungeon quest. We've already done enough in Hellfire Peninsula, though. Over to the Heshel Altar southeast of the Den of Hall. Once he's free. That's a level 63 quest. Shadowmoon Valley. And some regular looking stuff here. Available. So it's a village. That means like it's a dungeon quest or anything. Locate. Something with the Crimson Watch. It's like Shadowmoon now. There's a raid quest in Zingermarsh. Repeatable there. Blade's Edge. Collect Dragon Teeth for a group quest. Collect a Fell Whip group quest. Also possibly repeatable quests. Here's some stuff in Blade's Edge. That's like at least a few. And possibly this won't be showing any quests that aren't available yet, I would assume. If we... okay, that's another thing we could possibly look into. Look into the interface. I wanted to show quests that we can't do yet, because that could give us some possible hints of what's connected. Maybe. Probably not. Unexplored areas. Quests. Show all quests that are available, probably. It'd probably be a lot if it tried to show all the quests that aren't available. We did get at least a hair of information for Blade's Edge here. Let's head that way. Or people quest there. We do have this quest over here first. It looks like we're definitely going to need to find something to connect back to Nagrand. And we don't really have any other real connections here exactly. Let's try that one. It's not a dungeon quest either, which is interesting. Let's head up this way. This is definitely a different way of doing things. And once we get to Shadow Moon and Netherstorm, we're not going to need to rely on this as much, because we're going to actually have all of the quests shown. Just on the off chance that this connects back to something we actually kind of care about. Or if it connects back at all. Where's me ore? Underneath here? It's back up. All these different levels here. Wild stuff. Okay. Then the quest is somewhere here. Take Iris's orb. This is one of those get the quest from somewhere kind of things. This is really hard to see like that. We're right on top of it. Take Arm's orb. Actually altar southeast of the den. Give it to Ernest once he's free. Is there? I think this is like the den flash. Let's try out the front side here. There's a quest giver out this way. I think. It's been a little bit since we've messed around in this area. Here's a camp. Beard. Nope. It might just be get a quest from a drop kind of situation. We can try, I guess. Doesn't really seem like that's what it says. Take Rose Orb. Let's fight some guys. See what happens. Possibly. Something about an orb. It's all very mysterious. Upstairs? Might be an orb just sitting on the ground. The verticality here is... Oh, here it is. There. That's the guy. Picked up his orb. So it's just a guy here has an orb. Wow. That's pretty neat. Someone of his orb begins a quest. Yeah. Avru. That's the guy from the information. As you hold the orb closer to you, you hear a voice address you. I sense you're not of the Arakoa, so I'll attempt to barter for my freedom. My name is Arnas. I once ruled over the eastern winds. The Halashi mage Avru trapped me inside this orb. My goodness. Find the altar the Arakoa used to enslave me. It's hidden to the southeast of the Arakoa's den. Approach it with the orb and give it to me once I'm free. In exchange for our liberty, I'll reward you with powerful treasure. Neat. And what direction is this? Southeast of their den. Alright. So yeah, in our venturing through here, there was never a quest to kill the named guy. But totally would have been. That was southeast. We got the information on the screen here too. I don't know if we really need that, but it's pretty simple here. We'll see. Freedom I've yearned for is finally mine. Here's your orb, guy. With this orb, I regain my liberty. Take your reward, mortal, so our debt may be settled. Well, fight one guy. Here's your quest. What can we get? I don't think we're going to find anything out here that's useful to us whatsoever. That's okay. We can get... I mean, we can disenchant the stuff. That's worth something. Get a spell power ring. Why not? And that's all we wrote for that. What else we got here? An available quest there. Oh, it says available, but it also says heroic dungeon difficulty. So it should say dungeon there too, probably. Return Magtherian's head. Pretty sure that is also a quest there. 4 fell iron bars, 2 arcane dust, 4 motes of fire. I don't think that's gonna be too relevant. Dungeon quest, dungeon quest, dungeon and PvP quests. Yeah, not looking too promising out there. Anything else in Terrakar Forest? 2 dungeon quests. The Scryer's quest, raid and dungeon quests. Repeatable group quest. Skulls behind the middle of sunny circles of Sketus. They defeat each one in a sense by using 10 lost scrolls of Skull Pile. That's a group quest. Repeatable quests. Adversarial blood. We could technically... I don't think there'd be any dungeon quest requirements to then do something in Nagrand. That doesn't seem quite right. That's a raid quest. Damn, Blade's Edge. There's these 2. Let's head towards Blade's Edge, I guess. Might need to do some actual research into what quests we might be missing. And unfortunately, we don't have like a big list of quests that we've done or anything. I mean, technically, I could go back through all the videos, compile a list of every single quest that I've ever done, and then use that to find quests that we haven't completed. It could happen. Not the worst plan. I was just kind of hoping that maybe this would show us the information we need. Yeah, there's nothing out here in... I mean, it's repeatable. That's just more. We've already done that one. That's raids. 80 PvP. I think the red ones might be more of like specific PvP, like battlegrounds or something like that. Everyone's being a problem. Blade's Edge, we've got some group stuff up here, then these 2 here. That's at least something to look at. I think we probably possibly would have found this while running around, but definitely up in the higher level sections is definitely a place to check for more quests. Let's not be looking at these right now. don't need to be looking at those. That's kind of irrelevant. That's a raid quest. Yeah, it can't be... I mean, that was a picking up an item quest, which showed there. So that's not the problem. That's not the situation in Nagrand. We don't really have any lower level zone quests that would go that direction either, so. It's all very mysterious. Here's the actual war. I do like mining. It's a pretty good time. Keep these moats for now. So here's a quest over here somewhere. Telly Zapnammer. There you go.
Hey.
A little flight test. Flight test and flight test. Telly Station is the best. Solitude and supply of strange Outland power sources. It's an ideal setting for extreme experiments. It has 3 flight tests. These ones look like they might not even be low level. Let's try this then. Test flight, the Zephyrium Capacitorium. I built an amazing device, the Zephyrium Capacitorium. I'm sure it'll work perfectly, but do you want to help me test it? There's plenty of hazard pay. See if my Trin over there, Rally. Good luck, Eric Erickson. Come back after your experiment, or if that's not possible due to sustained injuries, your next of kin can report to collect your pay. Speak with Rally Zapnammer. Use the Zephyrium Capacitor.
Have a great day now. Pleased to meet you.
And these are 2 also low level. Okay. Let's grab these.
Seen you.
Test flight Razan's Landing. Gerkson, I raised the efficiency of the Zephyrium Capacitronium by 30%. Launch a test subject of your weight and wing drag ratio to new heights. Want to test my theory? The experiment ought to send you near Razan's Landing. Rally, he'll each prepare for the launch.
Right.
That's another one.
Interesting.
And then there's Wrong Wheel.
Off and away.
Hey, Eric Erickson. Glad I caught you. A very important mission. Here's another weave vein. I need you to take some in-flight readings for me. Deliver them to my cousin, Rowan Weald. With Rally, take the Zephyrium Capacitronium flight to Rowan Weald. While you're flying, spin the vein. If you land, bring the spinning vein to O'Malley Zabnapper. Okay.
Right.
So we'll do that one last. We need to talk to a twin somewhere. Sam's Landing. Zephyrium Capacitron. See my twin over there, Rally. Need to find a Rally Zapnammer. Twin over there. You have the most helpful of cues, thank you. Smithing guy. Innkeeper. Right here? There he is.
Salutations.
Okay. Ready for my test flight. Alright, we're getting hit by a flying ray. This is fine. Let's see. Test experiment. Test flight. Zephyrium Capacitron. I think staying on the fly mount was a great choice here. I mean, it definitely shot us up into the air pretty effectively. So, can confirm that happened. We're also electrified as we're soaring through the air. It just gently floats us down. I think it'd be more fun to gently float down. And then, we launched for 3 minutes. Well, that's unfortunate. That's gonna slow this process down slightly.
On
Right.
the way.
Wow, you made it. Not a single bruise or compound fracture. See, I told you everything would work out. Here's your pay, Eric Erickson. Though I factored in medical expenses, you don't need those, so that's a bonus for you. 96 silver.
You have a great day now.
It's like the Singing Ridge. He's got a lot of these test flights, apparently. My goodness. The launch quests. Send you the areas for quests from this place. Huh. Wild. Fill the Zephyrium Capacitronium. Ready to perform another test. Do you want to help? Next flight should be short, but fast. And although I'm sure there's no danger, I have this waiver that I'd like you to sign. It's just a formality, I assure you. Best of luck. Have to rally to launch yourself. Come back to me after the experiment is over.
Daylight's burning.
They were possibly these were 2 low-level quests when we got here. Unfortunately, it's 3 minutes between each launch. Yeah. I don't think we can like clear these or anything. We need to do the weather vane. And if you die and lose the debuff, I guess that's an idea. Let's try some strategy here. Oh, you gonna test it first? I mean, I can just plummet from the sky. That's also an option. We've got choices we can make here. Doing some magic with the Zephyrium Capacitronium. Or Capacitorium. Doing all sorts of flying up into the air. And then you gently float down. Wild. Wild stuff. Yeah, if we had found a whole bunch of quests telling us to fly off into the sky, totally would have taken these. They're level 64. I don't think that would show as invisible at level 70. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it would. Flying up in the air. Or what the required fall distance to die would be. He's dead. And he's alive. Oh, well, we lost the seconds there. Now this is a strategy. Wild. The things we do. The things we do to complete quests and stuff. Alright. Hilarious. Alright. So let's get launched to various locations. I'm gonna fly to an old location. Rune. We'll probably be, whichever way we go, we'll be fine. To Ruin Landing. And on our way to Ruin Landing, we need to spin this flying wheel. You want to dismount? I mean, we could. Unless you missed the flight. I mean, the flight is part of the fun, too. Spin this. And now we are spinning and floating. It's got a lot of soaring through the air here. It's gonna be a lot of returning back to that same location. It's pretty wild. Hi, I'm floating. We could probably... I mean, that technically completed the quest there. So we might be able to cancel the flying. Just drop to our deaths and get back more quickly. It's definitely a strategy. That's one way to do things. Or, I guess the quest completes over here. We need to give them a thing for this part. Oh, we landed in the water here. Brilliant. Let me just give it to O'Malley Zacknammer.
Hey. seeing you.
Hello, hello. My cousin, Tally, told me to be dropping in. Do you have something for me? Yep, got the spinning nether weather vane. Gathering information vital to gnomish engineering.
Off and away.
Oh, you took readings from the nether weather vane? Splendid. The data gathered from this instrument, coupled with my measurements of druid magic, will bear much fruit. Oh, and the applications will boggle the mind, I assure you.
Right.
There you go. So when this says 3 minutes, it may or not be actually 3 minutes. It could be starts at, it could be 4 minutes. Depends on exactly how the minutes count out. See, now it says 2 minutes. So that either means 2 minutes, or over 2 minutes, or under 2 minutes. It's not showing like full seconds here. I mean, I guess that eventually we're gonna end up with, it may be long enough that's not a problem if we get launched far enough away. That's definitely something. And a new quest.
Greetings.
Nope.
Daylight's burning.
Oh yeah, 2 minutes left here. So let us fall. We need to take 18,000 damage. The things that we do for completing quests. Take off my gear first? That's also an option. I mean, there's a repair guy right over there. He'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. This is click to waive time of liability. Signed waiver. Release discharge of liability. I mean, we'll read that when we get back to from the next section.
Can I help you?
Let's go to Razan's Landing.
You have a great day now.
We can read the waiver on our flight back. How much energy is this going to put into us? How long are we going to be floating? Oh, only like 20 seconds. That's fine. That's all good. And straight over this dangerous section. It doesn't seem to be launching us super far away. It's close to here. Close to here. Kinda. Yeah. This is definitely something. Let's read our waiver here. Release discharge of liability. The test pilot is fully aware and acknowledges there is a risk of injury, dismemberment, or death in the form of pulverization, electrocution, blunt force trauma to vital organs, consumption by indigenous fauna, or time-space paradoxism during use of the Spherum Capacitorium. The device. Test pilot hereby elects to voluntarily enter into the device and assume all the above risks. Test pilot agrees to waive, release, and discharge any and all claims for injury or damage against Tally Zapnabber and his family, and in the event of his death, agrees to donate his remains to the Zapnabber estate for study. And we have signed it. Because of course we have.
Pleased to meet you.
Alright. He's got...
Daylight's burning.
Oh gosh, you're back so soon. So you take off, you shot up like a rocket. I was sure it would take at least a month of convalescing to mend the broken legs from that flight. You're tough and brave and foolhardy, but mostly you're brave. And also things are on fire.
Right.
So that quest turned in. There's one more to go. We can do the whole take off the equipment thing. Do not too much of extra damage here for no reason. A quick way to do that. Character. Let's take a bunch of damage. No, we only need to last 59 more seconds. That's fine. We'll just not do that this time, at least. We got our soulbound waiver. That's fine. So the last one we need is
Salutations.
the Singing Ridge. Detect a charge in your Paranabularic region. This have used the Severe Capacitorium lately. You can't use it again until the charge wears off.
He's seeing you.
That's interesting. That'd be a requirement. I don't think you would really be launching yourself up around constantly here. So, just having to wait a little bit between the quests, maybe. That's fine. That's fine. Speaking of quests, if we check the Blade's Edge quest here, we have 3 more. This is going to be one of them. Let's go to the Singing Ridge. This flight takes you to a far point of the Singing Ridge. Very dangerous. This one I'm going to need a signed waiver. I have signed the waiver. Fire me into the Singing Ridge. Oh, here we go. Here we go again. Who needs flight paths when you can just get supercharged and launched over to the side here? Honestly, didn't go super far distance. Was expecting more. Here we are in Skeleton Shelf. Wild. We threw caution to the wind, indeed. Yeah, that just kind of launches you around up here a little bit. It's definitely something. Well, we survived at least, so we got that going for us. Wild stuff out here. Honestly, this worked better than Tally had ever hoped.
Hey.
I need another waiver. Same Ridge. Wow, again, you survived. I'm a much better engineer than I gave myself credit for. Here's your pay, and check back with me later. I'll have more experiments that'll need more test subjects.
You have a great day now.
Hopefully not. Yeah, with that, we got a couple group quests up here, and a group quest over there. So, between those, that should be enough to finish Blade's Edge. That's showing the top bit of information here. It's giving us cursor information. Show Busty. Yeah, it looks like we're going to Ogrela. Then we still need to figure out what's going on with Nagrand, because that's giving us nothing to work with here. We got a repeatable quest here, repeatable quest here, and 2 PvP quests. So, we'll see about that. Yeah, definitely heading up to Ogrela after we go and do another set of dailies and all that. And I also need to go do some other stuff too. But, yeah, last 2 are definitely up in Ogrela. That was a obvious place to check for more things. But we will get to that next time. Goodbye.